Hey folks, welcome back. In this session, we will understand something very new and very interesting about aircraft. Why do we have flaps in the aircraft? Yes, today's topic is all about the flaps and we will understand completely how does it work in about 10 to 15 minutes session that I'm going to handle. It's a very interesting topic and I'm sure you would love it. Right, we are going to talk about flaps today. Is it an important innovation? Yes, it's a superb innovation and it's very important and it's going to help us out thoroughly throughout the journey. Right. Have you seen it? Yes, you must have seen it. Had you ever sat near the windows or if you are an observant passenger, you could have definitely seen it. If not seen it, you can see the pictures that I have presented in front of you and they are called the flaps. Right. Are they important? Absolutely yes. They are very important and they play a real major role in terms of taking your flight, I mean the aircraft to the skies, flying it and then to land it. The safe and controlled landing is ensured through the flap working there. Right. You must have seen definitely from Windows, I believe. If not, next time you see to it. Right. They are always referred as wing flaps. They are called wing flaps. Why do we call it so? Very simple. They are set on the outer trailing edge of the wings. They go between the ailerons and the fuselage. I repeat, they go between these two. Many types of flaps are there and they vary in size based on the size of the aircraft, and there are jumbo planes which have even 3 sections in the flap. These can be extended or contracted as required during the takeoff and landing, and it's a beautiful innovation. Right. Before we go on understanding how do we get these flaps into picture for the takeoff or landing, we need to understand four very important terminologies that are connected to flying. Yes, they are very important and very fundamental. They are the lift, the thrust, the weight, and the drag. We'll go from the most fundamental one, the weight. What is it? We all know what is gravity. Yes, gravity is something that pulls everything towards the surface, and that's what is called as weight. The pull is referred as the weight, and you can see that the weight is shown here. It pulls the aircraft towards the surface. That's it. Now what is the next thing? We are going to learn two more things now, two more terms now. One is called lift and another one is the weight that we have seen. We are going to connect these two right now. Now let's take birds or planes. Both follow the same principle. Actually, the birds are the inspiration for somebody to construct a plane, isn't it? They are the real inspiration. Birds or planes, whatever be it, they must be able to generate enough of lift force, which means to lift the body of the object or the plane to oppose the weight force, which means there is always a weight force which is acting and you must be able to fly it opposing the weight force. You should counteract the weight force so that this can fly. There should be enough of lift available. You understand, right? Lift is pulling it upwards. Well, how we get the lift? The lift is caused by the variation in the air pressure when the air flows under and over the airplane's wings. The same is the case for birds also. Lift is caused by variation in the air pressure when the air flows under and over an airplane's wings. It acts upwards against the weight and must be definitely greater in order for the aircraft to fly. That pull is what we refer as the lift. The lift and weight are competing against each other, and the weight has to be fought against with the lift for the flight to fly. The lift has to win the race when you want to fly, and when you want to land, there is a different scenario. We will talk about it later. So we have understood what is weight. Weight is nothing but gravity which is pulling it towards the surface. The lift is nothing but taking it towards the skies. That's called lift. Now we are going to the next term. What is the next terminology? It's called drag. We need to understand drag, but before that we will go to thrust. Thrust is very important. Thrust is nothing but the power. It gives what is needed for the flight or the bird to move forward. I need to move forward. I need some power. Thrust gets the plane moves forward. The birds have the strong muscles which can enable them to fly, which can enable them to move forward. Similarly, the thrust is provided for the planes by the engines. The engines provide you the required thrust. The thrust is nothing but letting the plane move forward or letting the bird move forward. Now, the last terminology that we need to understand all about is the drag. What is it? Very simple. It is caused by the air resistance, and as expected, it acts in the opposite direction to the motion of the object, which means it is opposite to the thrust. Thrust is to move forward, the drag is to act opposite to it. The amount of drag could vary based on the shape of the object, the air density, and speed of the flying object. thrust and drag again are competing forces. When you move forward, it is thrust. When you move forward and when you want to land, there should be enough of drag. When you want to fly, there should be enough of thrust. That's how you need to understand. The lift is for takeoff. And remember all this, it's a very simple terminology and I have made a picture very clearly for you. Well, where does the flap come into picture? Extending the wing flaps increases the curvature. Fundamental point. When I have the flaps over the wing, when I use the flaps, it increases the curvature. And now what happens is, this is for the wing surface again. Now this will allow the aircraft to generate the necessary lift even at a slower speed. That's the most important point. Even at a slower speed, I'll be able to generate the necessary lift. Now this will reduce the maximum speed or the stall speed. We call it stall speed technically. The plane needs to maintain the flight safely. Now this is the biggest advantage of flaps, and I can use the flaps to increase the lift and easily I can take off. Now the increased or extended flaps that you have, which also can produce you the drag. It can help you in producing drag during the landing phase. I mean, when you have the flaps properly used, when you have the flaps deployed for landing, it helps to slow down the airport and it allows you a steeper approach angle during the landing. This will be very helpful for you to land the aircraft even in the shortest of runways. I mean, the length of the runway, if it is shorter, with the flaps you will be able to elevate the flight so easily and you can take off and you can land at that shorter runway as well with the help of flaps. The efficient usage of flaps is very important, but flaps alone cannot help you to take off and land and to make it very smooth. You have other thinking capacity that needs to be really done by the pilot and other components in the flight that helps, but flap helps you in the most efficient manner and it makes the process simple. So what is a flap? The flap will help you in takeoff, the flap will help you in landing, the flap provides you necessary lift, the flap provides you necessary drag, the lift is for takeoff, the drag is for a landing, and that is it. We have learned what exactly is a flap and what is drag, lift, thrust and weight through this session. I hope you really enjoyed it, and if you have any questions, please let me know. I can answer that question through the comment section. Thank you very much.